You spent 30 years saving for retirement. The money is finally there. But now a terrifying question haunts you. How much can you actually spend each year without the whole pile running out before you do? Spend too much and you go broke at 80. Spend too little and you suffer for no reason, dying with a fortune you never enjoyed. You need a simple number that takes the guessing away. There's a famous guideline that answers this in one sentence. It's called the 4% rule. In the next few minutes, you'll know exactly what it is, where it came from, and how to use it. Here's the rule in plain English. In your first year of retirement, you withdraw 4% of your total savings. That is your spending money for the year. Simple, clean, and easy to remember. Then every year after, you don't recalculate. You take last year's dollar amount and bump it up a little for inflation, so your spending power stays steady while prices slowly climb around you. That is the whole rule. 4% the first year, then raise that dollar figure for inflation annually. You aren't chasing the market. You are following a steady, predictable withdrawal plan you set once. Now flip the rule around and something powerful appears. If you can safely pull 4% a year, then you need 25 times your annual spending saved up. That is your finish line. Watch how easy this math is. Spend $40,000 a year, multiply by 25. You need $1 million. Spend $60,000, you need $1.5 million, your number, in seconds. This is why the 4% rule is so loved. It turns the scary, fuzzy question of how much do I need into one clean multiplication. Suddenly, retirement has an actual, knowable target. This isn't some random internet tip. It comes from real research. In the 90s, a financial advisor named William Bengen crunched decades of market history to find a withdrawal rate that survived. Soon after, 3 professors at Trinity University ran their own deep study of stock and bond portfolios across history. Their work became famous as the Trinity Study, and it pointed to the same place. They tested how portfolios held up across many different 30-year stretches, including brutal crashes and recessions. 4% was the rate that survived almost every single historical period they threw at it. Now the part too many people skip. The 4% rule is a guideline, not a guarantee. It was built on specific assumptions, and if you ignore them, the rule can quietly break. Assumption 1. It was modeled on roughly a 30-year retirement. If you retire early at 45 and need the money to last 50 years, 4% may simply be too aggressive for you. Assumption 2. It assumes a balanced mix, often somewhere around half to 3/4 in stocks and the rest in bonds. Park everything in cash and the rule's whole foundation falls apart. Now meet the scariest enemy of your retirement. It has a name. Sequence of returns risk. It isn't about your average return. It is about the order in which good and bad years arrive. Picture this. A nasty market crash in your very first years of retirement, while you're also pulling money out, can cripple your portfolio forever. You sell low to live, and the pile never recovers. The exact same crash 20 years later barely matters because your money already grew. Same average return, wildly different outcome, all because of timing. This is why 4% is cautious, not reckless. So is 4% still the magic number in 2026? Honestly, experts genuinely disagree on this, and you deserve to hear both sides clearly instead of a comfortable, oversimplified lie that could quietly sink your plan. Some careful researchers argue for a safer starting rate, maybe somewhere in the low to mid 3% range, especially for long retirements or pricey markets. They want a bigger cushion against bad luck. Others, including Bengen himself in later work, argue 4% was actually conservative and you could often safely spend more. The truth is, the right number depends on your life, not a headline. Now turn this into action. Step 1. Find your number. Add up what you realistically spend in a year, then multiply by 25. That is your rough retirement target. Step 2. Treat 4% as your starting point, not a sacred law. If you're retiring young or feel nervous, dial it down toward 3.5. A smaller bite means a safer plate. Step 3. Stay flexible. In a great market year, you can spend a touch more. In a brutal crash year, trim your withdrawal. Bending a little keeps the whole plan from ever breaking. Step 4. Keep a cash cushion. Hold a year or two of spending in safe cash so you never have to sell stocks in a crash just to buy groceries. That alone tames sequence risk. Now let's protect you from the traps. Mistake 1. Treating 4% as a hard ceiling that can never bend. Markets move. A plan you refuse to adjust is a plan waiting to fail. Mistake 2. Forgetting taxes and fees. The 4% you withdraw isn't all yours to spend. Taxes and account fees take a bite, so build them into your real spending number. Mistake 3. Ignoring other income. Social Security, a pension, or part-time work all reduce how much your portfolio has to carry. Count them, and your required nest egg can shrink a lot. Here's what makes this rule so freeing. You don't need to be a market genius or check your accounts every morning. You need a target, a sensible rate, and the discipline to stay flexible. The 4% rule won't predict the future. Nothing can. But it gives you a tested, sturdy starting point so you can stop guessing and start planning the retirement you actually earned. So, lock it in. The 4% rule says withdraw 4% the first year, then adjust that dollar amount for inflation. Flipped around, it means you need about 25 times your yearly spending. Remember, it came from the Trinity Study in Bengen. It was built for 30-year retirements with a stock and bond mix, and it's a guideline. Watch sequence risk, stay flexible, and keep a cash cushion. It won't make you rich, and it won't promise perfection. But it turns the scariest question in retirement into one clean number you can actually plan around, whether markets soar or crash. So here's your challenge. Right now, take your yearly spending and multiply it by 25. That single number is your finish line. Knowing it changes everything about how you save from today onward. Quick question for the comments. What withdrawal rate would you actually trust in retirement, 3.5% or the full 4? And what's your real number times 25? Drop it below. I read every one. If this finally made the 4% rule click for you, tap like so more people can find it, subscribe for a fresh money lesson every week, and send it to someone planning their retirement.